Taylor, how do you sum up that performance? Looked like a lot of things went right for you in this game.
Great focus by our guys. Great discipline throughout the game. Thought they came out with a great mentality, and honestly, a lot of this started, yesterday, just putting in the work about us. Thought our guys had a great priming practice yesterday. Came in with the right focus in the morning. Obviously, came out and executed the game plan really, really well. I mean, defensively, I thought we were phenomenal. Offensively, we took what their defense gave us, and I thought the ball movement was phenomenal. I thought, Ja, Dez, Jaron in particular. 5 assists from him. Dez with 7 assists. Those guys did a phenomenal job creating the advantage, finding their teammates, just created those rhythm shots. Everyone moving without the ball. It was great effort by our group, and it's just stacking days. And obviously tonight was a great test for us, and I'm glad we came out, on top. But we set the tone right out of the gate.
What did you make of your team's toughness tonight?
Huge. I mean, obviously, we need it every night. Obviously, the Warriors are going to test you with that. We didn't have that the other night against the Lakers, and luckily our guys responded. They understood that. We talked about it the last couple of days, and it doesn't matter who we had played today, that we just got to come out. We've got to have that mental edge, that physical edge, and there's, a game plan component to it offensively and defensively that we'll emphasize. But I thought our guys, really when we pressed into them yesterday, they responded. They carried that in this morning, and obviously, the Warriors are going to, get the best out of you, with our history and stuff. But our guys came out and they did it within the lines, within the context of what we can control, and obviously it was a very nice victory.
Coach, to piggyback off that, what did you think of that little dust-up between Zach and Draymond? And then there in the first half, it looked like y'all sent a press at them just to kind of keep the tempo up. What went up into that decision? We talked about the scouting report before the game, but was that something that you had planned on, or something in the moment you said, let's keep pressing?
Yeah, I mean, I'll answer your second one. I just kept telling the guys to get better and better. We knew we had to come out and set a tone early with our, full court, pressure, our on-ball defense. Obviously, Curry with how he moves without the ball, how we pressure their passers. I thought when you combine our bigs, I think they had 10 or 11 blocks and steals. So it was also our off-ball help defense that was really important to us. I thought Jalen set a tone, Scotty, on Curry, even Schroeder, who's given us problems before, trying to get a feel for how they were going to utilize him. And then, as it relates to, Zach and Draymond, it's just competitive juices. Those guys are fighting for position, and, the guys are just battling, super competitive guys.
Taylor, obviously the starters started off really well, but you got your second unit coming in, and it seemed like they raised the intensity even more when the second unit came in. Just speak to the level of, production and maturity of that second unit over the course of this season.
Yeah, I mean, I've been referencing the phrase, bench mob. I mean, that's not said lightly. I mean, those guys got to, embrace that mentality. Obviously, I started Zach tonight and had BC go from starting the last couple of weeks to coming off the bench, and how he can enhance the speed of play, and how he's just embracing our principles and, our offensive rebounding and his defensive activity off the ball. I thought was great tonight as well. So all these guys just adjusting to their roles on the fly has been phenomenal, knowing that when our group's going to sub in, where we talk about intensity, short burst intensity, whoever comes off the bench, you got to continue to elevate our pace, elevate our movement, elevate our defensive activity, whatever we're asking you to do. And they, for the most part, been doing that all season long, but our bench has been huge for us to continue to build on what our starters do. And obviously our starters have had some ups and downs over the last couple of weeks, but I thought tonight they came out with great edge, great purpose, great pace, great physicality, great game plan discipline. And I just kept saying more. I want more, I want more, I want more, even into the fourth quarter. And I'm proud of those guys' effort.
The building tonight was as full as it's been all season, and obviously these types of games matter to the fans. Did it mean anything more to, provide that type of performance in a game that had, expectations and hype around it like this one?
Yeah, I mean, we always want to show our best for our fans. I mean, they were phenomenal, and there's always buzz, when the Warriors come into town, but I thought the fans, they ignite our players, as Mike just asked, when our starters got the game going, you could see how they were responding. You could see the collective play. It wasn't just a highlight play. It was just one possession after another, just making that winning play, that just kept stacking. You could just see the energy just building, and then obviously in, third, fourth quarter, the energy is still there no matter who's in the game. So obviously, great, effort by our guys, but our fans, they obviously set a tone for us any opportunity we get to play in front of them.
Coach, how do you try to bottle this up and take this on the road for a game in Atlanta this weekend?
That's our mentality. It's I talk to the guys all the time. It's like, after the game, I give them the list of the things I saw that were really good. And I'm like, this is what it's got to be like every single night. And they all nod their head. They know it, and it's a grueling schedule for everybody, 82 games. And, definitely some teams you're going to get your little tension more. And, Atlanta's playing extremely well right now, dynamic team. And it's always about us. I could care less who's on the schedule next or who we just play. We're always going to have learning lessons, from past experiences and current experiences to apply to the very next opportunity. That's how we've always been built. And our guys, obviously, they should be proud of the effort tonight. And then when we wake up tomorrow and we get ready to fly to Atlanta, it's a new locked-in opportunity. What do we got to do as Grizzlies, home or away, no matter who we're playing? That's just how we're built, and that's what I'm going to hold them to.
Yeah, Coach, not too many teams that start two rookies can keep Curry to 0, 2 points, stuff like that. Just what did you think about what they gave you on the court, especially Jalen, who seemed to, be putting his head down into his chest and forcing him all the way to midcourt to deny the ball, especially in the first half?
Yeah, Jalen has been consistent on that side of the floor. He's been, relentless in his effort. He's been dialed in on his game plan execution, learning, player tendencies and, what he's got to do on a game-to-game basis. He and I talked the other day, and whatever's happening on the offensive side, I've got a lot of faith in him, how he moves and how he shoots, and he's improving how he's handling and making, playmaking opportunities. But he's like, but it's all about the defense. It's all about the defense. So for him, go out there, set a tone on Curry, who's one of the toughest covers in the history of the NBA. It was great. He's going to be tested again, night after night when he gets those assignments, whoever he's playing. It's a great challenge for him. And then Zach, I thought his presence off the ball, as I said, a bunch of our bigs were 10 blocks, 10 steals. His communication was good. I'm going to continue to challenge him to be that anchor along with JJ on the defensive side. So, for two rookies to come in and kind of have an impact like that in tonight's game, it's good. And we're going to continue to challenge to make defense the first priority, and then the rest come to him.
If I gave you a two-parter with Zach, just one, what went into the decision of starting him today, particularly for this game, and then two, with Ja, if the game was closer, would he been able to return?
Yeah, hard to tell on the second one. We just made the call there, obviously, given the game circumstances. Not sure how it would have played out. And then with Zach, it was just, felt like our starting unit was needing a little bit of a boost, as much as when we get into our sub patterns and stuff. Could I get a little bit of a jolt there? And, Zach coming back, I thought he played well, and this is nothing to BC. I think he's been great with any unit, but obviously the speed when that bench unit comes in, and, the combination of, Zach and Ja's been good as well, and so has BC. So tough gut call to kind of make that change. We'll see. We're just continuing to evaluate, as I said, but looking at lineup combinations, how we're winning our 3 Ps like we talked about. Is it more pace? Is it more principles? Or, Zach obviously helps us in the possessions game, and we've been, kind of losing that with our starting group. So we'll see, night to night how we approach it, but definitely want to continue to build chemistry. Great. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.